Welcome back! My name is Baller Scuba. This is Video Games Over Time. We are still in 1986. Today, we're going to talk about Bubble Bobble. The story of Bubble Bobble takes us back to Taito. We have talked about Taito several times before. They have been responsible for Space Invaders, Jungle Hunt, and Elevator Action. We last talked about Taito in our video on Arkanoid. For Bubble Bobble, Taito turned to Fukio Mitsuji. Fukio MTJ Mitsuji is a Japanese video game developer. He first achieved some success with the arcade game Halley's Comet, which was released by Taito in January 1986. Halley's Comet is a scrolling shooter where the player must protect planets from the comet and the alien swarms that accompany it. Mitsuji felt that Taito was falling behind their competition, releasing poor quality games. Wanting to help rejuvenate the company, Mitsuji decided to create a game that was fun and would appeal to a female audience, particularly thinking of couples that would go to arcades. Mitsuji brainstormed a list of over 100 ideas of things women might like to draw or sketch. After a process of elimination, Mitsuji decided on bubbles as the core game mechanic, particularly popping bubbles. Mitsuji would borrow some of the elements from Chakin Pop, a platform arcade game released by Taito in 1984. Tadashi Kimijima would create the music for the game. Bubble Bobble is a platform game. Two players can play at the same time, playing as dragons named Bub and Bob. The player's goal is to defeat the enemies on the screen. This is done by blowing bubbles to trap the enemies, then running into the bubbles to pop them. This will turn the enemies into food, which can be collected for points. If a trapped enemy is not touched in a certain amount of time, the enemy will be freed and get angry, turning pink and moving faster. This will also happen to the last enemy when it is the only one left. The game will also have power-ups for the players to collect, including letters that spell the word extend. Should those letters be collected, the players will earn a bonus life and the players will advance to the next level. If the player takes too long in a level, all the enemies will get angry. If the player continues to take too long, an invincible enemy will appear, chasing the players until either the players lose a life or the last enemy is defeated. The game has 100 levels in total. The final level has a boss for the players to defeat. If the players defeat the final boss, they will get one of 3 different endings. Completing level 100 with just one player shows a message that the game is not truly over, hinting that 2 players are needed. If 2 players defeat the game together, they'll see a happier ending, with the dragons being transformed back to their human selves and being reunited with their girlfriends. This ending ends with a code. Putting in this code unlocks a more difficult Super Mode. If 2 players defeat the game on Super Mode, the players will get a 3rd ending. This reveals that the final boss, named Super Drunk, is actually the brothers' parents under control of an evil influence. The brothers are returned to normal and are reunited with their girlfriends and their parents. Taito released Bubble Bobble to Japanese arcades on June 16, 1986. Taito would license the game to Romstar to release in North American arcades, and Electrocoin Automatics for European arcades. These releases would be in October 1986. That is a brief backstory to Bubble Bobble. With that told, it's time to play the game for ourselves. And here we are in the game. This is Bubble Bobble. As you can see, copyright 1986 by Taito of America, and it was licensed to Romstar for the USA release, which is what we're playing. The basic skill, trap enemies inside the bubbles. Then you can burst them with your horns or your fins. Higher points are scored when bursting several bubbles at once. You can jump over the bubbles. You get well, you get food after it, and then you can destroy the enemies, and once you do that, then you can move on to the next level. Yeah, they have to explain how this game functions because it's not necessarily readily apparent, but once you get used to the idea, it does go fairly quickly there. So, put them in the bubbles. You can then destroy them by popping the bubbles, get the food, and then you move on. As you go deeper and deeper, and there are our girlfriends that we need to rescue. I don't often spoil the ending of games before we get into it, but there's no way that I'm going to be going through all 100 levels of this game. So let's go ahead and put in probably 3/4. That probably is going to be more than enough. And let's head in and see what I can do. This version of the game does allow you to go into super mode just straight off the bat, but we're not going to be doing that. Let's go ahead and do a normal game. Now, it is beginning of a fantastic story. Let's make a journey to the Cave of Monsters. Good luck. Okay, there we go. And then, there we go. Just like that. One done. I think I should be able to get the high score in this game. Just a thought. All right, there, and we can get 2 of you. I think it said pawn? No. There we go. Now he's angry and I lost one of the fruits. Gotta eat a healthy diet of like 6 bunches of bananas. And they really are pushing for a second player to get involved in this, but that is not going to be happening. No, he jumped over. That's not nice. Alright, let's deal with that. Try to get all of these. Where are you? There you are. And I popped him immediately. Oh, well, I lost a few, but there we go. High score! It does get trickier, of course, but, you know, in my mind, it's never really super difficult here. But maybe I just haven't made it far enough. I usually get kind of bored before that happens. No, well, I didn't get everything, but that's okay. Oh, got hit again. Being a little sloppy. That tends to happen. There we go. Okay. And pop you. There we go. Oh, there we go. Some ice cream. That sounds a lot better. I don't honestly know how to, like, get there. Whatever. Oh no, we got ghosts. And then, no, nope, they got me. Is that the end? No, I got another life. Alright, I need to get these as well, right? Let's go down there and get... How dare you! There we got up to round 6. We're doing left? Yeah, left and right here. There we go. I'm decently proud of that score. We'll put in my actual initials. There we go. I made it to round 6. As you can see, so close to getting the girlfriends back. Just a full game over here. We don't get to kind of continue where we last left off. So we just go through again. I'll see if I can make it a little bit further. Maybe this time I'll actually take my time a little bit more with it. But, You clearly get the sense of what is going on here. And ha! So many fruits. I don't know what that is. Is that a yuzu? Like, it almost kind of looks like a lemon, but it was just off. Right there and there. Get that. There we go, and there we go. Oh, no, they're gonna both show up up top. Alright, get all the bananas. I need my daily dose of 5 bunches of bananas. There. And then, oh, no, there's sushi up there. I want sushi. I didn't get it. I think that was an ebi. I think that was the shrimp. And then all but one left. There we go. Just pop them all and get all the bonuses. And this will just drop me up top. Yeah. Sweet. There. Then... and we'll get all of those, and there's the water to almost kill me, but I got out of there in time. Ooh, an orange. And I only have the E and the D from Extend? Oh, I think I got like a full one already. Okay. No! Oh! More sushi. That's, Tamago? I'm not a big sushi guy, but that was the egg, I believe. I don't think I'm gonna make it down there. Alright, what level are we on? Oh, this is a new one. We made it further. Round 7. Nope. Not gonna get me that way. No! I thought I hit the button fast enough, but I did not. There we go. Get that. Can I make it over there? Over to the second player? I can! Alright, on to level 8. Or round 8. Doesn't matter either way. Nope. No! He's a little floaty! Oh, look at all of those! Those are popsicles! I wonder what flavor they are. I hope it's salt. It probably isn't. Okay. There we go. Get them all. Pop and pop. So many. So many popsicles. Yeah, this I've almost doubled my last score. All right, new enemies. Kind of stuck in the middle here. Is that just a slab of beef? Pop that. No. So much water. Oh, a diamond. Get the strawberries. I will not be able to get a lot of these. Alright, there and there and there. Alright, on to level 11. We got a Space Invader. It's Taito. It's okay for them to use it. Okay. No, 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 no. Yeah. Kind of got caught in a little bit there. There's like a cane up there. Yeah, once you put them in the bubble and they get out, then they're just permanently upset at you. Can I even, like, how do I even get in there? I couldn't quite get the jump right. No, there. Oh, I barely touched him. Okay, where are you guys going? Nope, too low. Okay. Grab you. Grab you. There we go. Water got me again. I can get 1 banana, I think. 2? I did not get it, I don't think. Yeah, these guys are definitely a little bit harder. Enemies are just going to get harder as you keep going. That would make sense. Okay. Now I think I need to drop back down. Oh, they put me in there. I still got some lives left. I couldn't quite make it over there. Drop down here. I tried to jump, but it didn't work. And there I go. Is that the last one? That's the last one. That's probably enough for today. You guys get an idea of what the game is. Like I said, I'm not particularly interested in doing all 100 levels of this, especially doing all 100 levels twice in order to get all the endings, which is why I showed the endings earlier on. But that is the game. That was decent. I mean, I could do better, but like I said, I start getting bored of the game, and I'll talk about that as we go into the review, because that is the game played, and with the gameplay, it's time to talk about how it holds up today. Playing the game today, I did have fun playing Bubble Bobble. I don't want to pretend that I didn't. I did have fun playing Bubble Bobble. For me, though, the game does get repetitive rather quickly. I think that the gameplay is, although unique, kind of simplistic. And as a result, it does get repetitive for me quickly, and I start getting bored, especially by the time you start getting to level 5 or 10 or anything like that. So for me personally, I have a hard time imagining making it all the way to level 100. But with that said, I was playing it by myself, and it's really hard to put any sort of hard number on the aspect of playing with a friend or playing with a partner and playing the game together on the same team. That often will make a game feel a lot more fun than it otherwise would. So since I was playing it by myself, I kind of got bored, but of course having somebody else there with you will make the game more fun depending on the person that you're playing it with. So for me, it's a game that is fun in short doses, but I know for a lot of other people, I believe I'm in the minority on this one, it is fun in longer play sessions. But for me, I like to keep it kind of short when it comes to Bubble Bobble. Maybe I could do like 10 levels at a time and then kind of come back, do the next 10 levels, and maybe that way I could make it to the end, but I really just don't have a lot of drive to make it to level 100 in these games, especially doing it multiple times in order to try to get all 3 different endings for the game. But there's a lot to like about this game. The game is cute, the sprites are cute, and I think they're well drawn. I think the gameplay is unique. I have a little bit of a hard time with it, the gameplay, simply because I think that they're trying to avoid violence, and by doing that, kind of similar to how Dig Dug was trying to avoid violence, it ends up doing something that I think is a little bit kind of crazier. The fact that we trap enemies in a bubble, then pop the bubble, which seems to transform them into food that we then eat. It's a little weirder than just kind of jumping on an enemy, but if we say that we defeated the enemy and then we get rewarded with separate food, then it's a little bit less disturbing for me, but that's probably me reading way too much into this game. The game is fun. It's just, for me, kind of simplistic and repetitive. So I can't spend a lot of time in it, but I know other people will. In terms of the replayability, I don't really want to go back to it, but I know some other people will. The multiple endings will, of course, help with that. Would I recommend the game to a modern audience? And I think the answer is yes. I would recommend it to a modern audience. It is a fun game, especially if you have a friend or somebody else to play with. You can pop a quarter for each of you, maybe 2, but I wouldn't anticipate both of you wanting to play too much longer than that. But it just kind of depends on how much fun you're having. But it's definitely worth checking out, and if you see it, drop a quarter or 2 in. In terms of platform games, I don't think it really brings anything new. It kind of has a retro style, even by 1986 standards. It kind of feels like a game that would have come out before the video game crash of 1983, like a 1981 or 1982 game. But I think that the charm kind of takes over a lot of the gameplay, at least initially. I just wish there was something a little bit more complex going on than what ended up happening for me. And maybe that does happen at the higher levels and I just didn't get there, but it just kind of took too long for the game to get too complicated for me, and I started getting bored personally. But like I said, I know I'm in the minority on that one. So it's definitely worth checking out for a modern audience, but I would not personally foresee a lot of people spending a lot of time in this game. And that's my modern take on the game. When the game was released, the game was popular. The game would be one of the highest grossing arcade games of 1987 in both Japan and the United States. Critics at the time were also positive about the game, citing the game's concept, graphics, and cooperative gameplay as the highlights. As time has gone on, the game has retained its positive reputation, with the game's charm, gameplay, and multiple endings often cited among the highlights. The game will routinely make lists of the best video games of all time. Bubble Bobble would see ports, re-releases, and sequels. We will keep an eye on these as we continue. Taito would continue its resurgence thanks to the success of Arkanoid and Bubble Bobble. We will hear from Taito again as we continue. As for Fukio Mitsuji, he would use the success of Bubble Bobble to continue creating video games. We will hear from Fukio Mitsuji in the future as well. That will do it for the story of Bubble Bobble for now. My name is Baller Scuba. This has been Video Games Over Time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in our next video when we go over some more honorable mentions of 1986.